The free services we'll be looking at today are Moz, SEO Quake, and Ahrefs. Moz and Ahrefs both use their own web index to calculate their equivalence of link juice. Moz provides two metrics, page authority and domain authority. Page authority is a score for individual pages. Domain authority takes the backlinks for the entire site into consideration. Both of these figures are important. A new page on a high authority site can often rise above other pages with more links simply because the site is more popular in Google's eyes. Even though the individual page isn't popular yet, Google assumes it will be well received based on the past performance of the site. This explains why you sometimes see social media posts near the top of the search results. The individual page might have few or no backlinks, but the social media site has huge authority, with billions of backlinks. Ahrefs provides different metrics. They call their versions of link juice URL rating and domain rating. Ahrefs and Moz are both paid tools, but you can gain access to their information by installing free browser toolbars. Both of these toolbars add their information to a normal Google search page by adding the metrics underneath the individual rankings. The Moz toolbar displays the stats and a graphical bar for page authority and domain authority. This makes it extremely easy to spot which domains and pages are strong or weak with a simple glance. The Ahrefs toolbar provides a more detailed set of metrics. It tells you how many backlinks there are for each result. It also shows how many unique domains link to the site. If a few domains link to a site hundreds of times over, that's less effective than hundreds of individual sites linking to a domain. Ahrefs also provides social media metrics. You can see how users have engaged from different social networks, including Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. There's a third free tool that you can install on your browser. SEO Quake is a toolbar from the same team who created SEMrush. While Moz and Ahrefs provide in-depth backlink data, SEMrush is a database of ranking data. It tracks millions of keywords. Every few days, it searches on Google to find which pages rank in the top 100 results for each of these keywords. Using traffic estimates from the AdWords program, it can predict how much traffic each site gets from its search rankings, and it can estimate how much it would cost to buy that traffic on Google AdWords. SEO Quake imports this data from SEMrush for free. It's an extremely useful complement to the data from the other toolbars. For instance, you might find a competitor with a low authority score who's still getting a lot of high-value traffic. In other words, they're getting amazing results, even though they don't have many high-powered links. In that case, you would definitely want to snoop on this competitor to see what they're doing right. You can learn more from successful competitors than any number of ebooks or training videos. With these free toolbars, you can quickly get a fairly accurate picture of the strength of competition on a search results page. Let's do a search by quadcopter. As you can see, the toolbars insert their data underneath each result on the page. Moz's toolbar is the easiest to understand at a glance because it uses a bar to visualize the link juice. The most important information here is the page metrics. That's the PA, page authority, for the Moz bar. In Ahrefs, it's the URL rating. The domain metrics are important too, but to a lesser degree. A relatively weak page on a high authority domain can perform quite well, but it's still fairly easy to beat such a page when you create popular content. In other words, content with lots of external backlinks. As you keep adding and promoting content, the authority of your domain will increase. This boosts your existing content to higher rankings. In the beginning, every site starts with no authority. The key to building authority is using the right promotional tactics and being persistent. Looking at the page metrics, most of the results towards the top of the page seem quite weak. The bar is about 1/3 full. MyFirstDrone.com and quadcopters.co.uk are both relatively weak. Quadcopters.co.uk appears to have thousands of links, but the domain authority is low. I suspect they have a lot of weak links. High authority links are much more powerful than weak links, so you shouldn't be intimidated by scores like these. Moving down the results, we see droneflyers.com. This is another weak domain. The last few results on the page are from strong domains, so why are they at the bottom of the page? DJI.com has a very high page authority and domain authority, but the page isn't specifically about quadcopters. There are lots of other products on the page. eBay and Time both have a low number of backlinks. The majority of their page authority comes from internal links on the site. Looking at these results, I can tell that it would be quite easy to rank for this keyword. If I look deeper, I could discover why quadcopters.co.uk has a low domain authority despite having thousands of links. But I would really only be satisfying my own curiosity. I've already identified the weakness. Before I go into the more in-depth tactics for competition research, I want to make sure you're following me. If you aren't sure about any of these points, send me a quick comment. I'll make sure your questions are all answered.